Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to All Things Social Security. I am Stephanie Joy, the attorney at Joy Disability. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day. Bye-bye. How does the argument of RFC go based on occasionally making over SGA for self-employment? Self-employment is obviously you have a bigger burden because you can say whatever you want and it's not put down in a pay stub by an objective third-party employer. But the question is it SGA? It's not limited to whether it's 9 to 5. If it's 9 to 5, it's already SGA, even if you volunteer and make no money, as a general rule. So if someone's doing, I had a client once who earned $60 an hour, used to make big bucks full time, but hadn't done full time in like 10 years because of this invasive systemic disease. But the company was extremely, you want to talk about nice. Let the hours be cut till it was 5 hours a week. And that was under SGA, and she could file. And we did win, and she still can earn SGA. She's a younger person, so she's got CDRs, for the endless foreseeable future. So very minimal work. Get 10 hours a week would be way above SGA for her. And that would not, you can't argue that you're disabled from earning substantial gainful income from your disability. You've got impairments, but you're still able to do SGA. So it's going to, the numbers are going to be a black and white rule, the numbers that show up on your earnings statement, except for the fact that if you had impairment-related work expenses, IRWEs, and you could prove them through receipts and such, you can, and if you're just over SGA, but I had $100 of medications every month that I'd pay out of pocket, then you could subtract it down and I could kick you under SGA. So you got to look at the money. It's not just the hours for W-2 or self-employment. Okay, you got to look at a bunch of things. So that's not about RFC. That's about step one. At all times that you're arguing, in your claim from your alleged onset on, was there SGA? Now, remember, there is such a thing as a failed work attempt. So if those occasionally going over SGA were brief enough to be failed work attempts, depends how occasional and how long each one, then that's another argument, because if you can establish that it's a failed work attempt and it failed because of your disabilities and your impairments taking you down again and making you drop below SGA or not work at all, either one, it's fine, then that would be argued to be a failed work attempt. It rarely can ever be, I don't think it can be, if you ever hit the 6-month mark in 6 consecutive months. And in between months, it has to be at least like a 30-day gap. So that's a place to start, is looking at your month by month and seeing, did my SGA, even though never full-time work, but it was still SGA, was it a failed work attempt? And then you overtly speak to the judge about, this was, I think this was a failed work attempt and this was a failed work attempt because my impairment brought, it was impairment related why I had to stop. You can't be because of COVID or I had to babysit my kids, you know what I mean? I lost my babysitter and I had to stay home. It's got to be specifically disability related, which will be supported by those medical records one continues to do, particularly if they start to decompensate. So hopefully that helps explain that. It's not really RFC. It's at step one of the sequential evaluation process, which we have a playlist on, guys.